Sup, bruh? You're listening to an FTCR podcast. Nerd.
Welcome back once again to the Hogcast. Join the FTCR crew as they cover the latest in Sonic the Hedgehog happenings.
Hello and welcome to the Hogcast. It's episode 12. We've recorded...
That was episode 13. Is it on?
There's a time where I forgot to put a Hogcast in a playlist. And I was looking at our playlist that said 11 videos. So I was like, oh, this one's 12. And now that you've said that, I'm wondering, did I ever put that video back in the playlist?
What the fuck is Big Chungus?
Big Chungus.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's alright. So, it hasn't been 8 months since the last episode, so I'd say we're doing pretty
It's
good.
only a month since the last episode. At least for the day of this recording.
I'm Meekness Fan. To my left is...
Hey, it's DB, baby!
Come to the left.
And to my right, it's T-Bay. And I have two T-Bays with me here today.
DB, baby!
And I've got the flattest boy on the ground.
I think T-Bay 2 needs to speak up a little bit. Because I told you to get closer to the fucking mic!
What? How close do you want me?
That close.
TJ, is it bad if he's not telling me to speak up, but he's telling you to speak up?
I don't think it's that bad.
God, TJ,
You
gotta
don't
even...
edit these. You don't know how bad it gets when someone's really quiet.
God, you gotta
And
even...
people are loud. It's like a brain scratch, OP.
You got even quieter, TJ.
Yeah, because I'm really close to the mic.
So, we actually have shit to talk about for once.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're doing a Sonic Unleashed Let's Play. See you next time.
That's
That's it, bye.
Bye.
it, bye.
Okay, so we have a Choose Your Own Adventure today. I have no notes because TJ shat on him last time and I got really self-conscious.
Wait, I shat on him last time?
Yeah. At least
Literally.
one of us remembers. TJ!
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Might have been Gareth.
So I
anyway,
didn't
fuck
do
you,
it.
TJ. Anyway, so we have two routes we can go. I feel both are equally
Bad.
omnipresent. That's how you say omnipresent, right?
Omnipresent.
Omnipresent. Snipper clips. And
Yeah,
I feel like...
I'm dreading that part going up, Chris.
Yeah.
'Cause we are so fucking stupid in that video.
Well, how's the shape turn into the face that one's making though?
We're like fucking on screen for 5 minutes before we realized you can do the most basic part of the game. It's fucking embarrassing, dude.
Oh, that's why it's called snipper clips.
Yes!
Okay.
I think one of us actually says that. It's embarrassing. It's so bad.
Anyway,
oh, man.
the Sonic movie, it's right there.
Yeah.
There's actually not really anything new to talk about, but it's right there, and I feel like it's going to take up most of our time
It's
today.
right there.
But I don't want to talk about it. But
Why?
Do you wanna do
I dread it. That's why I dread the movie.
Do you wanna do the okay? Well, in that case, then do you wanna go through the panel because that's
No, let's get that out of the way. What do you guys think?
Well, about the
What do
movie?
you guys? Which are you more burning to talk about? Team Sonic Racing's horn options
I
or
think
movie
Oh,
Sonic?
my
I
God.
think there's more of a discourse we can take with the movie because a lot of that is it's conjecture. Whereas the panel is very just like this is what's happening, this is what it is. The movie is like we don't know, so it's kind of nebulous at the moment. So I say let's plow through the panel, get that shit out the way, and then we can go on more of a kind of longer movie discussion and then end with some questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
The audience has spoken. The reviews are in, and we're talking about the Sonic South by Southwest panel,
Shonik?
which happened on March 16th. Today's the 17th.
Yesterday.
I have a new phone background. I can't really see. So that happened. I was at work. I had a really shitty retail day. I got out on my lunch break, and people were talking about Sonic. And I was like, oh yeah, Sonic happened today, didn't it? And
It did.
I went to my Discord and I said, can someone give me a recap? And they did. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think to start with is that the South by Southwest or really any official Sonic panel.
Is always...
Not worth it.
Yeah.
All three of us made a coherent sentence together. I'm happy.
It's just, and I have a comment I want to make that I've said to people
He wants to give it
privately.
to half an hour in just to make sure Aaron isn't listening.
It's like, Nothing against Aaron Webber,
Oh.
but would it kill them to find someone with like charisma to host these things?
Like Aaron Hansen?
Like Skylar King.
I mean,
Get him to fucking host these panels, man.
Like the completionist?
just kidding. That's
Yeah.
Lavery. So.
Marvel's own idiot.
Yeah, but I knew what he said. I just said Lavery.
Oh,
so.
I know what he said. I just didn't say it.
I will say though, in terms of this one, I think was the most.
Competent.
Yes, it was like because there was not a lot of fluff. I mean, you do get the sense that they didn't really practice this all that much because there was a script. There were moments where towards the so people on the panel there was Aaron Webber, of course, he was kind of like the moderator as it were. We had Izuka-san, obviously main Sonic Team producer.
On his birthday. Happy birthday.
Was it actually his birthday? Oh, good birthday.
Him,
We
and
had
him and Tracker have the same birthday. That's how I
yeah,
always
oh, he was on
remember.
Facebook. Yeah, we had it was I forget her last name. I apologize, but Jasmine, who works at like the Sega marketing.
Jasmine Hernandez? Is that it?
Possibly.
Or am I thinking Jennifer Hernandez?
Possibly. That's why I apologize. It's
Yeah,
it was
we guessed.
first name Jasmine. Jun Sonoy was there, and another guy worked at Sega of America.
Austin Keys.
He was,
He was a really joyous guy last year who made it a lot of fun to watch.
he was really just there to be a translator for Izuka for one or two questions.
Yeah.
And it was a thing where there was a moment where in the script, I guess it was Jasmine's line, but she wasn't saying it. So Aaron Webb was like, "So yeah, not to read your line, Jasmine, but blah, 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 blah." Just like, okay.
Why is there a script for a panel?
Well, there's also I guess the bit where it'd be like, "Can we show this?" And like they're gonna show off one of the things we're talking about. And originally it was like, "Hey, we're gonna show you a 15-second teaser." They're like, "June, not read the script." But Jasmine, I would like to see more. Okay, June, we'll show you the whole thing. It's like this is like a high school play.
Yeah.
It's adorable. It's adorable. Oh, wait, let's be 100% fair to these people and to somewhat backtrack on my comment. This is not their job. Public speaking, I don't believe is any one of these people's jobs. So, and obviously I get why.
And also, if June's flying in, they can't exactly run through it with him, you know?
And also
English isn't his native language.
they're both surprisingly good speakers.
That is his answer.
There was only one or two questions where Zuka the translator had to parlay the information to him. But, you know, obviously I get why they don't hire someone for these panels. I get why Aaron does it because he is the face of the social media team. You know, he's a.
If you think about it, they are paying a lot of money to fly these people out for relatively little return. They could announce all this stuff on their Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So like the idea of like hiring someone outside Sega,
Yeah.
contracting or whatever.
I get it, but it's like at least June being there, they revealed like the things to do with June were I think some of the best parts of the panel. Which remember, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before.
They kind of blend together.
Where they had Roger Craig Smith and Mike Pollock, who did fucking nothing during the extent of the panel.
Yeah.
They answered like one or two questions in the Q&A section, which we'll get to the fucking Q&A section. But it's just like, nothing they revealed the year that Mike and Roger were there had really anything to do with voice acting. So I get like, we have the voice of Sonic and Eggman. Makes complete sense.
Do you remember when they misappropriated that voice to Mike when it was Sean Shabal and the internet collectively lost their minds?
God, I forgot about that. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So first things first, Chris, did you fucking know if you wanted to, in Team Sonic Racing, you could give Silver the Hedgehog a pink car?
I thought it was Shadow.
You can give all of them different kind of cars. I like the fact that the first thing they
For
show.
the record, I haven't had time to watch this panel.
I haven't?
So any references, I'm not going to get.
I'm so glad.
I just heard the highlights.
So the first thing they
But that was a reference that you've been making.
the first thing they did.
What?
The pink car? I thought you made that. Oh no, the horn thing. You said the horn.
I
thing.
watched the trailer and went, "Oh, funny horns." If there's any surrounding context, I don't know it.
That's the thing in that first trailer. Like the first thing they revealed was a trailer for the customization of the cars in Team Sonic Racing. You can like change colors, change like wheels,
Change bumpers, yeah.
add vinyl decals, add different horns and shit.
I'm glad they finally showed that stuff off.
Which like, well, for me, I'm like, that's very low down on what I care about in a driving game type of thing. But it's cool that it's there.
But then you stop and think they haven't shown unedited gameplay clips of this game in 7 months.
Yeah.
When was TGS? Like September?
It's a while ago.
So it's like I'm glad they're showing anything at this point that isn't the soundtrack.
But the thing for me is, it's like they showed this trailer which shows all these things off, and then they spent like 3 minutes doing a skit. I remember it was like, hey, Izuka-san, if we wanted to like give Silver a pink-colored car, could we do that? Long pause, Izuka.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh.
Like, to run through quickly, then after that, I believe then we got another soundtrack video. We got a Casino Park. No, sorry, a Bingo Highway remix. I don't sure that I forget it's Jun Sonoy and the collaborator.
Torian?
A lot of people lost. I am not familiar with that performer, but a lot of people were like, "Holy shit, that's amazing!" The track itself was good. I'm not the biggest fan of Bingo Highway's track to begin with, but the remix was good. I was like, you know,
it's fine. Yeah,
it's a good track. I think like a lot of people, the soundtrack is by far what I'm most excited for. They also announced that a soundtrack release will be out. You know, it'll be like a lot of.
Did they say over 130 tracks?
130 tracks. I'm sure a lot of those
probably older game.
Well, it's like All Stars Racing Transformed had like every track had like a like intro jingle. So I'm sure the tracks were and you know
even then though that's a lot.
There'll be shit like, you know, a pause menu, start menu, blah blah blah. Also because this has a story mode, I'm sure there'll be story cutscenes.
Oh right.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
If there's the thing of like All Star mode again,
it's Toriana by
Toriana. So you know, I'm sure. Of that 130, I'm going to take a guess and be like maybe half of that will be like full-length tracks and the rest would be like smaller shit. That
there's supposed to be 21 courses in the game, is what I remember hearing.
Yeah, I mean, if there's battle modes, maybe we'll get like individual tracks for those type of things, what have you. Again, we don't know nearly enough about this game to really talk about it that well.
And they said day one that's coming to Spotify as well.
The day that's down to yep.
So that's cool.
Which I know that's how I'm going to sound about to begin with, but I normally like to buy this. Even I bought the Forces soundtrack, so I'm a sucker for buying these.
I didn't even get that deep.
I did not buy. So Forces had, like some of the previous on the games, they had like a soundtrack album and a vocal track.
There was Out of the Edge and what was the other one? A Hero Will Rise.
Hero Will Rise, yeah. The thing about normally, say like Black Knight. So if you buy the soundtrack album, you'll get a few versions on Night of the Wind,
right?
But you don't get the full version or any of the like the boss themes or anything. All those songs were put on the vocal track album. Mm-hmm. I have both because they're both really fucking good.
Yeah.
So, but most of the songs in Sonic Forces are the Avatar level tracks, which obviously you can't not have those on the actual soundtrack album. Mm-hmm. And then the only other songs are Fist Bump, Infinite, and The Light of Day, the credit song.
And I'm thinking at least the Spotify release for the main soundtrack has those as well, right?
The CD release has all of those tracks. Yeah. So if you buy the 3-disc Hero Will Rise CD, there is no incentive to buy the vocal tracks album.
They didn't even put in like a remix or instrumental on that.
No, it is just Fist Bump, Light of Day, Infinite, and all of the Avatar songs. And I'm like, from a business perspective, I'm like, why didn't you take some of those songs out and put them just on the soundtrack? As a fan, I'm glad they didn't, because I could just get everything in one CD. Mm-hmm. I don't have to waste more money to buy the Sonic Forces soundtrack, but that's dopey from a business perspective.
Yeah.
Because it's like, to go back to Black Knight, they had the instrumental version of Fight the Night on the soundtrack, but to get the actual song, you had to buy the vocal track. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So then I think after that piece of music, I think the best reveal of the whole stream, and why this, for one of the few reasons why this was the best stream they've ever done, Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, the whole of Part 1. Mm-hmm. It's fucking great, I thought. Tyson has come back, same team who worked on Sonic Mania Adventures. So it's a 2-part voiceless animation. You know, it's just like a Looney Tunes short.
What a very good character moment in that, particularly.
Yes, and I'm sure the focus on Big was shoehorned by Aaron Webber as a mandate for this.
I have to imagine they commissioned it after the delay. Probably, right? When did this get delayed again? Was it December?
It was around, yeah, same. It's like I would imagine probably after it was delayed, they're like, hey, we can maybe do this and get it ready in time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. Again, like everything that was revealed at although if you want to get technical at any type of panel like this, any information could just be shared online about a panel. So like it's kind of
I feel E3 is getting at nowadays. It's like cool. Could have just
well, yeah, because there's companies.
Nintendo.
There's a couple companies have already come out and been like, yeah, we're not going this
Like
year.
Sony isn't going. I think like EA aren't going anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't give a shit about EA anyway.
It's in the game.
Dude, how am I going to find out about the second Apex Legends Battle Pass if there's not an
Oh
E3?
my fucking god, I don't care. I literally don't give a shit
What about the third one?
about fucking Apex Legends.
What about Smash Brothers
It's
tournaments?
the new. I
I'll
mean,
have-
that's important.
I'll have you know, I check the PlayStation Store every week to see if I can buy the Apex Legends first Battle Pass.
Well, you know what? I'm waiting for the
A
announcement of I
Master
need a hero. I'm waiting for the announcement of the second fighter in the fighter pass.
Master Chief.
Oh, Dragon Quest guy.
Steve
Okay,
from
okay, Ted.
Minecraft.
Ooh.
I mean, I think it is gonna be.
What, Steve from Minecraft?
No.
Dragon Quest guy?
Yeah, Dragon Quest guy. It
I
better not
want-
be Steve.
I want Tails the Fox! From Knuckles the Echidna!
What?
Knuckles the Echidna! So that was also...
Very good short. Can't wait for the next part.
Yeah, that should be out next month.
I hope it's on the game disc. Because I want to watch it without going to YouTube.
Quick aside, when we were at Fan Jam, I asked Tyson Hess. I was like, as we were talking to him when he was at drone show, I was like, oh man, I wish Mania Adventures was on the Mania Plus disc.
That's right.
And
yeah.
he was like, we toyed with the idea for a while, but because of when the shorts were finished, like, we wouldn't have any, like, all of them wouldn't be able to go on the disc, and we thought about maybe just put it on part one. I was like, fucking delay it. No joke, I would have fucking waited another month or two to get the disc if you had the whole of Mania Adventures and some of the trailers. Because there's the animation in some of them trailers that ain't on the game.
It's true.
You need to see the trailer to get why they're in a fucking elevator. It doesn't make sense about the trailer, Chris.
Speak for yourself, TJ.
It makes sense to me.
Because you're an idiot.
So, the Froggy hat is $36.95 plus shipping and handling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can we talk about this for a minute?
So
because
so the Froggy t-shirt and the Froggy hat are in that short. It's a plot point where Eggman distracts Big from the race.
We don't know why yet. We will.
It might be revealed in the next part. But it's like, and you watch this like, oh, okay, funny thing, for Big Froggy, ha ha ha. And then after it's done, there's that sense of dread where Aaron Webber is like, okay.
So you guys like that big cat moment?
And then he's like, you know what, we gotta do some shilling here. And I'm like, oh no, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Oh, no.
No, I know the toaster was one thing, and all that Sonic merch was another thing. But don't you do this, Aaron Webber. He's like, those shirts are available on the store!
And they're available right now.
all right, Nintendo.
It's so, you go to the store.
Actually, that's an Apex Legends thing because it was announced and then released the same minute. Is that weird?
Oh my god.
So,
Where are we dropping?
you go on the US store.
Shop.sega.fuck.
That
Yeah.
t-shirt is, if you round up, $32. You go on the UK store, that shirt, $12. You convert it to dollars, $16. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not a very smart man, but
Like, there's got to be some reason.
even a
but-
dum-dum like me can be like, why is the UK store 50% cheaper than the American one?
Mhm.
It's either the UK shirts are made from like tissue paper, or America just likes to screw over their fans.
Because like I'm looking at it right now, and like 3 of the things they announced, I would buy. I would buy the Froggy shirt. I'd buy the Froggy hat and go, ha, I'm stupid.
The Battle of Doom Cup.
And I'd buy the Barrel of Doom mug, and that would cost me 32 plus 37 is 69. Let's stop right
That's
there.
it.
Right?
That's why
if
you
you
did
got
that.
if you got all three of them,
That would be $80, and then shipping and handling would probably put you at $100 for a shirt with a red heart and old artwork of Froggy. Maybe it's new. A Froggy hat, quality is probably not $37 worth. Let's be real. And a Bro do mug, which is funny, but $20, that's kind of more standard. But
if you went into like a
I'm gonna
Spencer,
put it into the cart while you talk.
if you went into a Spencer's and they sold those things, say they weren't made directly by the Sonic social media team,
By Sega?
if they were just licensed to another company, you could probably go in and get all three of those for under $50.
Yeah.
I think where it's. I don't want to come too down on the store because I think I love the idea of that store.
And I really do think there has to be a reason why it's so much. Like, I'm sure it's something out of their hands. I like to think.
Yeah, you'd like to think.
Well,
Oh,
it's-
hold up. Game changer. 1 second. I
What?
added the Team Sonic hat and shirt to my cart. And the Team Sonic Racing Froggy balloon was added free of charge. Automatically. Guys, I take it back.
We gotta buy this all now. That's why it's so.
So,
that's
you got
why
a
it's so
Patreon
much.
at FTCR,
Free
right?
balloons?
Free balloons. Just like Ghostbusters 2, TJ.
Right.
Free balloons for the kids.
I can have that pop on me in a week.
How much is the shipping?
I'm getting there.
But a lot of the stuff they sell is things that, like Altered Beast shit, Jet Set Radio, things that you're not going to find in a store.
They have an
'Cause
Altered Beast soap cartridge.
Because they're very niche.
Yeah.
And so I get that. And on one it's like, it's great that there is that merchandise for those fans who would not be able to get it otherwise. But again, it's like, why is it so fucking expensive?
I'd be all over that shit otherwise, dude. I want some of that shit so bad.
I almost bought that Froggy shirt again because to be an ironic hipster douchebag. I was like, I fucking paid
No,
$3
you almost bought
for
it for our friend.
I'm going to buy 2, actually. Fuck you. I'm going to buy 2.
ones.
So
But
we
what
get-
I'm saying is, I'm like trying to defend you.
But I'm like,
And you
don't
call me
Defend him
dick.
for the podcast.
fucking piece of shit. I'm like, I don't get, again, but the thing is, I'm sure it's because they're made in a limited quantity just for their website. I'm sure, costs would be a bit bigger. But then why the fuck is the English store so much cheaper?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't get.
So what you're saying is,
enter a
when
valid
are you
email.
having your stuff delivered to your parents' house?
Tomorrow.
Hey, cut me one of those too, thanks.
You know what? Something caught me the other day, and it tickled me really bad. Was when you what was it? Oh, Jonathan kept having those books delivered to your parents' house, and they were supposed to bring them when they visited. And you mentioned to Jonathan how your dad was like. It's an awful lot of books. It's just, every day, it's more books.
To listen to the rest of the episode, check out the hogcastpodcast.com or simply search the Hogcast in iTunes or other places where podcasts are available, because we want you to start going there now. Go do it.
Bruh, if I had to choose between subscribing to an FTCR podcast, or giving it a 5-star review, or owning a tank, I'd have to think about it.